Okay, I think we're live. Watching Mark's comments in the over in Slack. I don't know what happened. I didn't have things set right for the earlier pass, but I believe it's working now. People in the chat room, you seeing me? Hello, radio. Just checking things here. Okay, yes, I do believe I am live. Good morning. I'm a few minutes early, so I'm just going to run this loop here for a little bit. So I'd be on at 9:35. I came on early. And I'll be back in a second. Yeah, okay, I think it's going. Let's see, we have 25 here watching. I think the chat is working. Somebody drop something in the chat there just to make sure it's... there we go. Thank you from SM6YPE. Okay. I said I was going to go live at 9:35, but I came on a couple minutes early because something wasn't set right on the previous pass this morning. So what you're watching here is a series of tweets and Facebook postings that I gathered up before the earlier non-broadcast, and different images that people had been receiving. K7VZ, thanks for your video. Yeah, you got set up a computer, copied 3 good images so far. Outstanding. Glad that you got it to work. This is an 80-degree pass here for Arizona. I believe it's going to be 88 degrees for me here. Let's go for me here. Yep, we can hear you. Got 8 so far. Peter S., outstanding. And thanks for sharing. Yeah, this is a kind of a neat event. I'm just going to kind of ramble here and kind of pick up the official yabber dabber at 8:30 or 9:35 here that I mentioned. And I want to send a link to somebody who I emailed before, so just give me a second. Okay, sent my neighbor the link here. Oh, who we got in the chat? David, thanks for sharing. Thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by. K1DTC, good morning. OD5KU, OD. thinking about the DX prefix. Finland, maybe? Somewhere up there in Scandinavia, I believe. David, KE4HOG. So good morning. My clock here is showing 17:34:55. My fancy LED GPS clock. So that was the official time that I posted out there that I was going to go live. Let me just check the channel here. Got 32 viewers out there, so thanks everybody for stopping by. This is Randy, K7AGE, and this is day 2, I believe, or day 3, whatever, of the ISS, the International Space Station, with the amateur radios that are on board. Just about all the astronauts have their ham license, although it's running in robot mode. So they're sending out slow scan TV. So has nothing to do with TV, but it sends out still pictures. And there's a sequence of 12 that they'll be sending out. And they'll be transmitting from now through sometime on the 31st. So you got through Friday here to improve your station and get things set up here. Checking the chat here. Oh boy. It's email bounced up. Oh, all sorts of stuff. Good. Thank you, Mark. Let me see here. I got David. I got Jesse from Georgia. Okay, Lebanon. That's where the OD is. How's the new house? Fantastic. It's our 3rd year here. We have snow outside this morning, which is a little unusual. Good afternoon, KN4YZY. Outdoors Adventure. You got one this morning. Outstanding. Glad that you got it to go. There's Finland. OH6FXL. Ham Radio Hobo. Got some great images from Utah. And hello to Mark here. So what do we got here? A few minutes. So let's go to the main screen here to show you what we have going on. So here is Orbitron. That's tracking the space station. My previous non-broadcast this morning, I received the ISS before it was showing up here on the display. Let me zoom in on North America. In fact, the coverage circle is about here, and I was receiving pictures. My elements were a little old, so I had to reload my 2-line elements into Orbitron. So if you haven't done that in a few days, do it. For decoding, I have SSTV over here on the left, and down here in the history file, you can see. If you go to history tab here, you can popped up over here. Let me close this. Things are blocked. So this is a couple of the images that I received here this morning. I received pictures during the night. Again, just leave the radio on and let SSTV run. Just fire this stuff up and let it run for the entire week to see what images you can get. Let me just play this video here for a second. It's got some things I grabbed off of Facebook and Twitter this morning before my first non-broadcast. You can see people using their phones, just acoustic coupling in front of the radio. M0GIW, I'd say a perfect picture. Shortwave radiogram, a couple noise bars. This is typical. Here's a better one, less noise bars in the picture. So, Lynn, my neighbor in Brookings, the Pelican Bay Amateur Radio Club president, received 4 pictures during the night. And if one phone is good, 2 is better. So, the radio here that I'm using is my ICOM IC9700, tuned to 145/800. And something I learned this morning, you can see the top knob there on the left is your RF gain squelch. Well, I went to open the squelch and I was lowering the RF gain, which reduced the signal strength. I've since gone into the menu and made that squelch only control, so no more lowering the RF gain. The antenna on the tower, this is what I'm using. It was a beautiful, bright, sunny morning. There's no snow on the tower, but up at the top there is my Comet GP15. It's a 6 meter, 2 meter, and 70 centimeter antenna. There's the wide shot. That's the wrong background. Anyway, you can see it's a nice brisk morning. It's 33 degrees out there. The pass starts at 9:45, so we got a few more minutes here. So let me go back to the main screen here, catch up on the chat room. What do we got here? 43 people watching. Thanks for coming by. Jeff KD5QDQ, hello from Southeast Texas. Audio is low. It's as loud as I can run the thing up. Hello. I'm going to try and set up my other microphone and mixer, so sorry about that. I don't know what else I can do. Brian, W3PDW, snow in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. Barry at the lobby. Thanks for Randy. Got 2 bits of 2 images. This morning I used my handheld and robot, I think, on my phone. So robot, I think 36 on the phone. Uncle Gunther, DK5ONV, good morning, thank you. Wasn't sure I'd get on my vertical 5/8, but I did. Yeah, don't overthink it. Try it. You can always make improvements. Happy last Monday of the year. Yeah, last row on the calendar. The frequency is 145.800, and the mode is PD 120, and it doesn't show up here unless I go to main. It will, if you're running an auto here, it should detect that from the header. As the picture starts transmitting, it sends out a description of what format. If you want to change any one of these buttons, you can just right-click on it, and you'll see the whole list. I've selected PD 120. This is handy if it didn't start automatically, you can force it. Some of the setup things. We go to miscellaneous. With my 9700. With my 9700, I use the USB for control and audio, although there's no control involved for this. So I select my 9700. I've gone in and named these things instead of just USB audio codec. I now have 9700, also have my 7610. For receive, miscellaneous here, I also set this to 48 kilohertz, your clock rate. On the receive tab, I have all these autos selected over here. Auto stop, start, resync, slant. You'll see that the picture may be slightly slanted, and it will automatically, after it receives a chunk of the image, straighten it up. I have low or lowest squelch, and auto start on the vertical interval sync or description or sync, so I select all that. Let me see here, check the chat room. What type of antenna am I using? I probably covered that, but I'll show it up here again in case you have tuned in late. On the top of my 50-foot tower I have a Comet GP15. This is a 6'2", 70 centimeter ground plane antenna. It has kind of a narrow pattern, and that can be good or bad. It helps me when the passes are low. It may hinder me when the space station is quite overhead, which it will be today at 88 degrees. Yeah, almost straight over. A quarter wave ground plane is nice because it has a nice kind of wide vertical pattern. Most of your passes will be between probably 15 to 30 degrees. Let's go back here to the main. There it is. Go to receive tab. Let's see what we get. It says it's at -6 degrees. I just updated the elements a little while ago. Hello from Wales. Good morning. MW7OFS. Good morning. Auto save to history. Yeah. All right, so it auto saves here. Go looking for that here after the pass. Wish I would have brought my UV5R. Always carry a radio. Oh, that was the end of it. It just stopped. Orbitron told me that it's coming overhead. One of the things I do is set my stopwatch on my phone, which I should have done, which I didn't, because the passes it takes about 2 minutes to transmit the image. Where's my mouse? And then they pause for 2 minutes. So it's 2 minutes on, 2 minutes off. Auto save the history. I don't know where that is here. Is that in the miscellaneous? I think it kind of does it anyway. Receive. Yeah, because here's the history down here. So since it didn't complete the image, I guess it didn't save. Let's see if there's anything else. I think that's it. Down here in the history, you can, if you right-click on it, you can save it to a file with or without a timestamp. And you can also right-click and delete. So if you have a noisy image, something that's not worth keeping, you can take and delete it here. Outdoor adventure. My part image was number 7 out of 12, Lunar Lander. Did you get a full copy? We can see by any chance. Well, let's see what I got here. There's 9 out of 12. Let me bring up the ISS SSTV. There's 10 of 12, 9 of 12, unknown of noise, 10 of 12, 11 of 12, 11 of 12. Here comes the next picture. Open the squelch. I don't think I have that one. I don't think I have 7. Lynn says, good thing my antenna has some tilt to it. Mark is in Southern California, so he's just starting to come across the path. Elevation's at 15 degrees. Sorry about that. Kind of noisy. Did you see that autocorrect? 49 people. Thank everybody for coming by. I think Outdoor Adventure is talking about the auto slant. Yeah. 21 degrees. Signal's building. It's getting quieter. It's about S7 on the radio, on the meter, on the radio. 1200 area, the audio here, it's peaked on here is the sync information. The image information is from 1200 to 2300 on the passband. Hello, Josh from Lake Erie, Ohio. Here the signal's coming up. Is this better? Is that raise the audio? Raise down. Okay, I'd up the audio on the microphone thing here. So that's image 8 of 12. Start my timer. And I should be getting another image. That's going to go right overhead here now. It's at 55 degrees elevation here. coming through in Idaho. Very good, Skeeter. K7TD TRD Max. This particular transmission is the clearest one I've received yet. Got a real strong signal. Yep, it's good. That's good. And I'll just run this video here while we wait for the next one. These are images that I grabbed off of Twitter and Facebook this morning. People using acoustic coupling with their phone in front of their ICOM 705, M0GIW. Got a perfect image. There's 8 of 12. It's 2 of 12, I think, from shortwave radiogram. 1 of 12. That one has just a couple of slight noise bars in it. And there's Lynn. He got 4 images during the night. He lives in Brookings, about 25 miles away from me here. So, again, I'm using my IC 9700. The antenna's on the top of my tower at about 50 feet. It's a Comet GP15, 6'2" and 70 centimeters. You want to tune your radio with FM at 145/800. I have FM-D here for data, so I'm using the audio. Here we go again. Next image. Of course, it's at 37 degrees. See, it doesn't stay straight overhead for very long. It's moving pretty fast. 52 people watching. Thanks for coming by. Here we go. See what we're going to get. Auto history, that's what I mentioned it before. There it is. Make sure you got that check. .23 degrees, it's fading out. What's nice about this event is that it runs through Friday, 24 hours a day. So you get lots of opportunities to try and receive pictures, fix things, improve things, try something better, and get out and try it the next day. Your mobile radio in your vehicle, mobile antenna, that'll work great too. The more in the clear you are, the better you have. Mark is receiving, yes. He's running a SSTV on his Linux box. It may be a Raspberry Pi. Mark is the Mark from Ham Radio Workbench podcast. And 6 MTS. Great podcast, one of my favorite. Will I get another pass? Let's see here. It's this pass ends for me at 9:54. No, that's going to be it. Although it's deceiving, it looks like I still could, but it's at space station elevation of 9.7 degrees. So I think that's about it. If you have any pictures you'd like to, I can put them in that video rotation. We can see what you received. Send it to me at K7AGE at K7AGE.com. And I'll put your picture here as part of the show. The next pass for me here on the West Coast, from Gold Beach, Oregon, on the Oregon coast, about 40 miles up from the California border, is 11:22. So I'll probably come on around 11:15 here, my time, Pacific Standard Time, and Radio Hobo got a good pass in Utah. Outstanding. So think I'm going to hear anything else here this morning. Again, 145.800. You can receive it on a HT. Don't point your radio at the space station. Have it perpendicular off the broad side of the vertical. If you have a longer antenna, screw that on the radio there. Give that a try. Okay. We're a few seconds away if I'm going to hear anything. Like the squelch. Mark should get another picture. Before it fades out. Should be about now. Nope, I think that's it. So, okay, everybody. I'm going to end the stream here. I'll come back on about an hour and 20 minutes from now as it comes over. And if we, let me go to Orbitron here for a second. If I go to, is it visualization? I can put the long ground track on so you can see it's going to be out over the ocean. It's going to be a very low elevation pass. It'll be 11 degrees. So it'll be interesting to see what I get, if anything. So, and at that point, basically, very few people in the United States will be able to receive it. So, 73 for now. See you at the next pass. It's K7A.